What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some JCB Pioneer. So last episode, let's go ahead and head on out and take a look at it. We installed the hydroponics. Now, the hydroponics aren't actually working, and we're going to have to figure out why. So if we take a look at it, it's missing water. Got to get it some water, and once we get it some water, it's going to be putting out the goods, and that is really what we're looking for. So next up, we've got the oxygen producer now. We've got a hydroponics center, but we've got to get some water production going. So let's head on in and get things squared away. Now, first things first, as we noticed, my thirst meter is dropping quickly. So let's take a look and see if we can't find something to drink. We do have some emergency hydration rations right over here. And let's go ahead and we'll just take 3 of them and drink all 3 right now. So let's go ahead and move those up to the hot bar, and that'll get, actually, what a waste. That's all right. And do we have some food? Oh, we got some food too. I'm just going to take one of those guys though and just eat it just right away. Same thing, move it up to your hotbar. As I mentioned in the previous episodes, there is a little bit of sketchiness with the save files. You see I've got nothing in my inventory. That's one of the problems. A lot of times you'll log in and there will be nothing there. However, you'll also log in and you'll find some goods laying. Now, if you come over to these boxes, I did this on purpose just as a warning. If you come over to the boxes, you are not going to have enough inventory space to pick all this stuff up. And if you close the window, items left in crates will expire with the crate. You can't get out of it. So before you come over to these random spawning boxes that pop up, run over and hop in your vehicle as quickly as you can and get back over there with your vehicle to loot all that stuff. And I know it's going to be gone before I get there. Yep, gone already. So, did that kind of just to show you all what not to do. But always, always head to your vehicle first before you pop any of those little randomly spawned loot boxes, so to speak, that are laying around the world. Now, let's go ahead and hop back on in and let's get some water going. So, let's head over to the trade post. Better than the alternative. Of course, we all know what that's talking about, referring to water. And this is the mission we want, to get a little water going. So we accepted the mission, and now we see our mission objectives are up. But first things first, let's go over to the CPV and find out where we want to put this bad boy. So if we find it, the water collector, let's see. Trying to keep everything in a nice little grid here. You know, obviously I haven't made it far enough into the game to know what the final build out is going to look like, but trying to keep things somewhat symmetrical. We'll go ahead and pop that bad boy down right there, and then we're looking for 10 silica, 5 nickel, and 10 aluminum. So let's go ahead and hop back in the vehicle, get that squared away. However, first things first, never leave home without it. You got to have your repair materials. I actually took way too many there, as you'd need to be able to repair your vehicle on the go when you're out and about. So let's go find us some resources. See, it looks like one of them is a long way that way, but it looks like we can go right up that hill and maybe over the other side. Hopefully, anyway. We will find out. The storms, of course, from episode 1 have cleared, and we see the lovely Mars landscape a little bit better. And that also allows us to stay out of some of those nasty clouds and whatnot. Although you want to have the ability to repair your vehicle obviously the best thing to do is to not have your vehicle taking massive amounts of damage. Now, I probably should have grabbed an oxygen canister, which I did not. However, this is still one of the easier missions. I don't think it will be too far off, and we should be able to gather up these resources prior to running out of oxygen. Now, I am going to make a couple of stops back at base to drop off materials. So, of course, I can re-up on the oxygen then, just by driving through the garage. Looks like this bad boy is going to be right here. I don't know what this resource pool is going to be, but we know it's going to be silica, nickel, or aluminum, just because that's the quest objective. So let's see what we got on this one. This one is unknown at the moment, but that will get resolved pretty quickly by a couple of little mines here. And it looks like aluminum. There's 3 of them. Of course, we need 10 aluminum. There was actually some aluminum in that starting chest, but I did want to show you all how to not do it. Okay, there's 6. I need 4 more aluminum. Sadly, that actually means I'm going to have a couple of leftovers, as I think it looks like this is 100% aluminum in this node here. That's going to be 9, and then this one should be 12 right here. Indeed. So we're all done with our aluminum, and now looking for some silica and some nickel. I'm going to have to watch out for the storm here, of course. Those will just randomly pop on you. Just do your best to avoid that stuff. You can, you know, you can drive through some of that stuff, particularly once your vehicle gets some upgrades. However, it's in your best interest just to avoid it as much as possible in the beginning. Any of the clouds, the corrosive zones, the, you know, radiation zones, anything at all, any of the little storms, just try to avoid all that stuff. I think that's kind of a given. However, it is going to get more and more difficult to avoid that stuff as we go into the game here. Ooh, we might be able to get catch some nice air here somewhere. Of course, I'm going to drive right back through my garage to re-up the oxygen, so I don't care about taking the damage. It's worth it to catch the air. Let's see. Are we going to be able to do it? Oh, terrible. I bonked off to the side. Awful, awful, awful. I had high hopes for that jump. Did not work out. Now, let's just go ahead and dump all of this aluminum first thing right out of the gates. That close enough? Hope so. Indeed it is. Alright, so there's the aluminum. Now let's go ahead and do a quick drive through for that repair and oxygen re-upping. Now, it's important to note, too, when you're doing all of these starter missions to get your basic stuff set up, it's only going to show you where to get these items once. So after that, you need to be hitting your T button and scanning and finding the resource pools yourself. Let's see if we can't go up and over this way to get to this one. It's actually not too far off, really. 10 silica, 5 nickel. Maybe we'll get really lucky and run into a silica nickel resource pool. That'd be about awesome. And it looks like we're headed into a meteor zone. There's actually a resource pool right there. What's in it? This one is zinc and silica, so we could actually get the silica right here. Let's just do it. I mean, why not? We're here, right? Need 10 of them, of course. Being 60% zinc, we're going to end up having way too much zinc, and we'll probably end up just trashing some of it. Well, I spoke too soon. There's 3 silica right out of the gates. That's kind of awesome. Okay, so that's 5 silica total. Getting really, really lucky. RNG is hooking it up. There's 2 more, so that's 7 silica. I need 3 more silica, and then it's good game for the water situation. is one more. Now we're going to get all zinc, watch. That's just how it works. Oh, nope, 2 silica. Was that it? 10 silica. Alright, fantastic. So we're good to go on the 10 silica. Was that that zinc I had? So now we're just looking for nickel. And still have some inventory space left. Plus I've got that zinc I can get rid of. So let's just kind of find a way down here. I think we're going to have a little ravine over here maybe. Or maybe not. Let's head over and grab that nickel. Oh, that would have been a good spot to catch air if I had enough speed. That would have been a good one for sure. I gotta remember that spot. And I can see a little distortion up ahead. I'm assuming... Yeah, radiation zone. Oh yeah, we are in the hot spot. Actually, we're just near it. We're not even in it yet. So I'm just gonna try to avoid that little zone. And, you know, obviously I've got the nickel right over here. Too awesome. Just need 5 of them. So it's got really lucky on that that first punch with all that silica, that's for certain. More silica. Oh wow, is this silica and iron only? I guess we'll have to see here. Or no, there's nickel. So there's 1 nickel. We need 4 more of those bad boys. And that will make 3 more. Getting an abundance of silica now. Getting closer. Getting all the wrong stuff. Apparently it's silica day. Hopefully my next project requires lots of silica. There we go. Alright, so we got all our nickel now. And let's just go ahead and head back and get this bad boy built. I have to watch for that radiation zone. It is just right over here. Actually, let's take this way back. And see, I still need to learn the landscape quite a bit. And, you know, it is just one large map. So once you learn where everything is on the map, I think so anyway. I'm pretty sure it's just one large map. So it's not procedurally generated, so it's going to be the same every time. See if we can't skirt around this corrosive a little bit. That's just looking like a mean pool there. Or a mean gas cloud. Yeah, actually able to avoid most of it. Very nice. And this is actually not looking like it's going to be a fruitful endeavor here, as I believe we're going to have quite the drop-off. It is indeed looking that way. Let's see, is there going to be... Nope, it's a straight-up roadblock right there. See if we can't defy a little gravity here. Nope. No gravity defying going on here today. And that is a long drop. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that if I tried to jump it, it would kill me. So I'm not going to do it. As soon as I figure out how the gravity and stuff works, I will try some of those jumps like that. So this was definitely not the way to go. I should have went the way I came, but you know, whatever. This is going to be a much lower drop off. We'll do this one instead, and it's going to tear the vehicle up. Actually, it was just slid right down the wall. I was expecting that to result in many rollovers. Apparently not. Yeah, let's just keep heading over here. Course base is just right there. And I don't know what I want to build up next. I want to get, obviously, all this starter stuff in place, just so we have a way to sustain. plenty of oxygen left. The vehicle did take a bit of a walloping there, but, you know, could have been worse. Not going to bother wasting the repair tool on it, as we're just right here by the base. And there we go. We are 100% complete there. We've got a lot of leftover stuff, so I'm going to want to figure out a way to store up some of this stuff. But let's go ahead and get that bad boy fully built out, and then we're going to have to connect it inside. Go ahead and work on that here. You know what, I'm just going to leave you right there. And we'll get this bad boy hooked up. Now, of course, we just completed another mission. We're at a save point, so we want to claim our prize, then actually come here and come pick it up before we close out. Now, let's take a look at the CPV. Wiring mode should be able to go to there, and now we've got water, so our hydroponics is online, and everything is showing green. And we're in good shape. Now, if you just look at an overview, you see we're, you know, we're producing O2, we're producing water, we're producing electricity. So we're really looking pretty darn decent here. We've got a lot of the basics in play, and it's time to really work on expanding out more. Now, as far as the starter missions go, we've only got 2 left. We've got compounds and refining, which is going to allow us to put down a refinery to refine the goodies that we do pick up, and then a storage facility. Now, I personally am going to go with that storage facility over the refinery right out of the gates, and we will actually tackle that next episode, as it could be just a little bit sketchy. So that will do it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Click that like button and please subscribe to the channel. And I will be back with more JCB Pioneer. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.